What's going on, guys? Hope everybody's doing well. Today we are out at the range and we're going to be testing out the 19X with a compensator. Now the compensator that I'm running on here is a Tprc, I believe it's the V2, and I've had it on a few other Glocks. I really like it. So I was sitting around the house one day and I thought, you know what, let's try to run the 19X comped. So let's go ahead, put some rounds downrange, and then we'll head back to the house and talk a little bit more about this setup. Back in the man cave, and I just reviewed the footage watching this Glock 19X in this configuration, and I'm pretty impressed with it. Now I know there are a lot of guys out there who really aren't sure about compensators. I even have a few buddies who like to give me a bunch of crap because I do run a few of my guns comped. They like to say 9mm doesn't have much recoil, why would you even put a compensator on it? That's not really what it's about. It's not about 9mm not having much recoil. It's about putting something on your gun that is going to help you keep your sights on target and get rounds on target faster. Now the Tprc micro comp is from, I want to say 2017, so I know there have been a lot of compensators to come out after this. I'm sure there are some better compensators out there, and the only other compensator that I have is this Agency Arms 417 comp. I really like it. I am running it on this Gen 4 Glock 19, and this is their dual port compensator. And what's really unique about the Agency Arms 417 comp is the fact that you can mount your front sight right there on the compensator. Now that's going to help you keep your sights lined up even while the slide is reciprocating. I have found that to be a huge advantage. I do plan on doing a video on this Agency Arms 417 comp. I just haven't gotten around to it. Now let's jump back to the 19X. As I mentioned at the range, I bought the 19X with the intentions of just leaving it alone, leaving it stock, and currently everything that I have upgraded on this gun can very easily be taken off and the factory parts could be placed right back in no problem. The only upgrades I've done to the 19X thus far is going to be that Shadow Systems barrel, and then the Tprc micro comp, and like I said earlier, I believe it's the V2. Really with the 19X, I really wanted a factory Gen 5 Glock of some sort, and the 19X just jumped out at me. Now I've been super happy with this purchase. I did have a little bit of an issue with the rear sight. If you guys have been following my journey with the 19X, you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, go back and watch my other Glock 19X videos. But the only other upgrade that I have in the works for the 19X is going to be a trigger, and that is on the way from Tactical Pontoon. He has an Instagram page as well as a YouTube channel, so definitely head over and check out Tactical Pontoon. Now something else that I've been getting asked a lot involving my 19X is what holster setup are you running? And I just ordered this holster. I've only had it for about maybe a month, maybe 6 weeks, and I did order it from Tprc Arms, and this is their Ragnarok. Now what I really like about this setup is I don't just have to run my Glock 19X in it. I have a bunch of other Glock 19s, and this is for a Surefire X300, so as long as I'm running a Surefire X300 on those other Glock 19s, I could use the same holster. Now what's cool about this is obviously the length of a Glock 34 because it has a compensator, and the Tprc Arms Ragnarok accommodates for that very nicely. Now they also cut out up top for an optic, and this is something that I wanted to talk to you guys about, see what you guys thought about it. But I know I said I was going to leave my Glock 19X stock, but I really want to put a red dot on this gun. And earlier this week, I actually received a Leupold Delta Point Pro, which we will be doing a video on. And I currently have it on the CZ Scorpion, but I will be putting it on a 9mm AR. That's kind of the purpose of it. But I am very tempted to put this Leupold Delta Point Pro on the 19X. Now, I'm not going to get too much into the Delta Point Pro and the whole red dot thing, but I am very pleased with the Delta Point Pro so far. Do I like it more than a Trijicon RMR? As of right now, they are seriously neck and neck, but I don't know guys, this Delta Point Pro is pretty badass. So let me know what you guys think about getting the slide cut on the 19X. It's something that I really didn't want to do. I wanted to buy the 19X, leave it alone, leave it stock, because all of my other Glocks have like everything on them changed, which is cool, I like that, but I really wanted a Glock to go back to that I could leave stock. Now, if I start upgrading this, maybe I'll just go ahead and pick up like a Gen 3 or a Gen 4 Glock 17, maybe 34, and leave it alone. Even if I do that, I will probably end up upgrading it. Now, the 19X slide is coated in a PVD coating, and one of the main reasons I didn't want to get it cut, at least for a little while, was to see how this PVD coating is going to hold up over time. Now, the Glock 19X goes with me every single time I go to the range. Even if I'm not filming with it, I take this gun because I enjoy shooting it that much. So it has been in and out of the holster hundreds, if not thousands of times. I dry fire practice with this setup quite a bit as well, and I don't see any signs of wear on the PVD coating. Maybe very, very little, but honestly, for the amount of time that I've had this and for the amount of time that it's been in and out of a holster, I'm very impressed with the PVD coating over most of Glock's factory coatings. If I do end up getting this slide cut, I really don't think I'm going to do anything crazy. I would like some front cocking serrations, so maybe something with front cocking serrations as well as an optic cut. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that down in the comments. And another quick update, if you guys have been following my journey with the Glock 19X, I believe I have like 3 or 4 other videos out on my 19X. When I first bought this gun, I was having an issue right out of the box, and that was that the rear sight was walking on me. It was pretty loose, not to the point where I could move it with my hand, but under recoil, the rear sight was shifting around. I hit up Glock, they sent out another sight, I threw it on with my sight pusher, and ever since, I have not had any issues. That was an issue that was serious. It wasn't anything that was going to shut the gun down. I could still defend myself with it, but it's also kind of unacceptable to have your rear sight moving around right out of the box. I know I talked to quite a few of you guys who were having the same issues with your 19X rear sight. I don't know what the deal is there. I don't know if these sights are just something that are pretty new to Glock's factory. I would imagine most of the newer steel night sights that come factory on Glocks are really starting on like the Gen 5s and the 19X. So it is kind of a newer product for Glock, but it is still pretty unacceptable to take a gun out of the box and have the rear sight shift while shooting. But that's going to wrap it up, so if you guys have any further questions, definitely leave it down in the comment section below. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one.